week we are going to be doing an endangered animal collage, or an endangered species collage. An endangered animal is an animal that's on the verge of going extinct. And a collage is where you take ripped pieces of paper and layer them up in an artwork to create an overall work like this. You can see all these little pieces of paper layered up here in order to create the entire work. The question we are trying to answer through creating this artwork is, how can we raise awareness through an artwork we create? So what is the purpose of our artwork? The purpose of our endangered animal artwork is to raise awareness for these animals. We want to tell people about what's happening to them, the reasons why they're going extinct. And we can use our art to help people understand that. By others seeing our art, they might start to think about ways that they can help these animals as well. The work that you're creating this week is going to be a drawing of an endangered animal, and you're also going to be coloring that endangered animal with crayons. That's what we're going to get started on real soon, so let's go. All right, my fourth grade artists, today you are going to need a few supplies to get started on your endangered animal project. The first thing you're going to need is your handy dandy pencil. You're going to need an eraser, and you're going to need a white piece of paper out of your art supply bag. And you're also going to need a pack of crayons to add color to your artwork. Now, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to sketch out 2 endangered animals. You should pick 2 from the list that I've given you. After you have them chosen, you may want to look up a picture of that animal in order to help you draw it. I have chosen the red panda and the giraffe. I am going to first sketch these 2 animals on the back of my paper. So this is the back side of my paper, and I'm going to write my name on here and then separate it into 2 sections. Again, this is the back, just used for a sketch or a practice drawing. On the back of here, I am going to quickly get an idea about how to draw these animals. Now remember, a sketch is supposed to be quick. It shouldn't take you too long because this is not the final copy. When you're sketching, you should be looking at your picture back and forth, trying to get all the details of the animal in your sketch. He's got a little nose right here. He's got some whiskers. And then I'm going to go into his body, front legs. In order to kind of make him look like a red panda, I'm just going to sketch in a few lines for stripes on his tail. I'm going to leave it just like that, and I'm going to practice my next sketch. My next animal is a giraffe, so I'm going to have to draw a little bit smaller because I don't have too much space for this guy's neck, so I'm going to draw him slightly skinnier. Again, look for those details. This guy, he has ears and horns on top of his head. His nose has a small circle right here. His eye has really long eyelashes here. And the spots on his body are rather small on his neck, but as you go down towards the bottom of his belly, those spots start to get bigger. So make sure you are looking at all those fine details in your images that you have found. So I've finished my 2 sketches, and at this point, I need to decide which one I will want to do for the final copy on the front of this paper. Now, in order to do this, you have 3 things to think about. You should think about which one you enjoyed drawing more. You should think about which one you are most successful at. And you should also think about which one you really want to raise awareness for through your artwork. Now, I would really like to raise awareness for this red panda, so I think I am going to pick him to do for my final copy. Also, I think I did a really good job drawing him, so that is the one I will choose to do on the front of my artwork. This is going to be up to you. You make that decision, and whatever decision you make, I'm sure you'll do a great job with that animal. Now, on the front of your paper, you are going to start to draw this animal. Okay, once I have my drawing complete, and I think I did a good job getting all the details that I saw in an image into my artwork, I'm going to move on to coloring this artwork. You're gonna need a pack of crayons in order to do this, so if you do not have one, make sure you grab one. Now that I have this guy all finished, I'm going to begin coloring him. When you go to color him, I want you to think about the value that you are creating with your crayon. How hard or how lightly you are pressing in order to get different colors out of just one singular color. First, I'm going to begin by outlining. When I go to outline, I'm going to press pretty hard with my crayon. This is going to create a dark value, and you want a dark value as your outline to make the edges of your animal stand out. Now, when I begin to go color something in, such as his tail, I could draw lightly or I could press hard with my crayon. Up here at the top, his tail has a very light tint of orange to it. So I'm going to go in here with an orange, and I'm going to create a light value of this orange, pressing really lightly with my crayon to get a light shade. And then I'm going to layer another color over top of that. I'm going to layer this light brown over top of here. Your goal in this is to get all the white spots of your paper covered up. I want to see a nice 4th grade coloring job. Alright, so if you see here, I created lots of layers with my color. Now how I did that is I first just put down a very light shade with my crayon, and then I went on top of there with a different color, and I gave it a, whoop, that one's not working. I gave it a little bit of texture. So I just drew a more heavy line in order to create the appearance that that was fur. When you color, you should consider doing multiple layers on top of each other. So say I was doing this giraffe, instead of just coloring his spots one brown color, shaded really lightly like this, I suggest coloring one color and then maybe going back over top of that color with another layer of color in order to create your own unique color. His spot is going to look a lot more interesting if it has multiple layers than if it was just one solid brown with one layer of crayon. When you are all finished with your artwork and you're super proud of it, because I know you will be, you should save this artwork because we are going to be doing something in the background of this next week. I hope you enjoyed creating your endangered animal. I can't wait to see the endangered animal that you chose to draw in your artwork to raise awareness for. Make sure you post your assignment on the Google Classroom and I'll be sure to check it.